Today is Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. We are in Teide National Park. It's just about sunrise, not quite. Sunrise is at 7:58. I think it's around 7:30. I see a trail right there, John.
7:33.
7:33. So the place we wanted to park is full. And all of the pull-offs that are usable are also full for quite some way.
That's the trail.
Yeah, but the trail goes the other direction though. Yeah. So right now we're doing a 1/10 of a mile road walk on a road with zero shoulder. So luckily there aren't very many cars here now. And we should be able to pop off right here. Yeah, it's a real trail. That'll get us off. So it's another 1/2 a mile to get to where we wanted to start. But that's okay. We have a time slot for our permit. We're going to Montaña Blanca. We have to be up at the checkpoint for the permit between 11 and 1. And I think it's about, well, with this road walk and this extra, it's going to be about 6 miles and a little under 4,000 feet of gain. And the elevation's pretty high. It's going to end up being over 12,000 once we get up there. But there's the sunrise starting. Cool. It took us 15 minutes to walk here. This is the peak up here. This is the parking area, which has room for like 10 cars. We sure got light fast. This is Guajara, where we hiked the other day. And this is Mora del Rio. All right, let's do it. We're heading up there. Looks so close.
That's not as impressive as my camera.
The sun. Yeah, John's right, but I can see it actively coming up. This is only 25 seconds in. I bet it will be up in 1 minute. Okay, enough of that. We're about 1 mile in. We're getting some excellent alpenglow now on the side of the cone, which is right there. You might be able to see the tram line coming up on the left. Very cool. We are in the shade right now. Back and around. John is at a fork, so you could climb up over here to Montaña Rojada, but we're heading straight. We're 1.5 miles up. Looking at this awesome undercast. I'm as zoomed in as I can go. There's an observatory right up here on Izana. Yeah. I just noticed when I went to make this video that I had a card reader error, so I have no idea if any of my other videos worked. So in the case that they aren't working, it's October 1st, 2024, and we're heading up Mount Teide, the highest point in Spain today. Hopefully they did work though. We are 2.6 miles up now, looking out at a sea of undercast to the north. And then we're going to be coming up a switchback right around here. You can see some of the black lava flows. And we are on Montaña Blanca, which from the other day was the kind of light colored bump on the right hand side of Teide. Okay, we just left the road. So this is Montaña Blanca. Over here, there's a spur trail to go out to it. And the road is right behind John right here. So now we're on La Rambleta, which is footpath to the peak. Okay. Now we've been gradually going up for 3.5 miles. And the next, how far is it? 2.6. Is that right?
I'll tell you.
2.6, I think, is another 3,100 feet of gain or plus. So I think we've only gained like 1,200 feet max.
That's like 2.7 miles maybe, or 2.6
Yeah.
or 2.7.
So this is where it gets real. We're going to be climbing up. This is the black lava right next to us. We still have that crazy undercast. Probably last all day. And then I'll shoot some video on the way down. I didn't zoom in at all. There's huge black rock right there. And that is, they call those the Teide eggs. Basically where we had these big lava flows. Chunks of lava would break off and roll downhill like a snowball and then come to rest under the lava flow. So there's like big swaths that are just peppered with like car size and larger round black rock. Okay, so I'm already missing the road. There we go. We are making our way up relatively slowly. I think we're averaging like 1.3 miles an hour climbing this. We just passed 10,000 feet. Oh my goodness. This in the foreground is Montaña Blanca. This is Guajara. This is the side of a lava flow that reads as black when you look at the volcano from a distance. And we are switching back it's like every 25 to 50 feet. Actually, this is one of the longest stretches right here where it's not turning. But it's been very, I'd say very nicely graded, actually. There's hardly been any huge steps up or anything, which is a good thing.
You do not want a bushwhack here.
No. Although there aren't any cacti that I see, so you have that going for you. We saw one lizard so far. The summit is at 12,198 feet. So just a shade under 12,2. So it's kind of hard to believe that we have more than 2,000 feet of gain left. Oh boy. But we do. We are up at Refugio Alta Vista. This large building is all locked up right now, but it looks pretty nice actually, even though this side is kind of peeling. It's got a brand new roof. It looks nice. The other side, there's like a bunkhouse down here that has 2 rooms. One of them is definitely open. It has 4 bunks in it. They have a satellite dish up there. I don't see a bathroom anywhere here though. Kind of weird. We're at 10,750 feet roughly. And it says, it looks like it takes an hour to get up to where the cable car is. 2,000 meter. What does that mean? 16% grade.
2,000 meters is that means that it's like
2,000 meters. Oh, that's how far. That's a distance.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're not going up 2,000 meters.
No.
We have like 2,000 more feet total. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna keep going. We just came around the corner. We're at 11,000, I don't know, 300 feet almost. And now we can see the summit cone. We're now, the trail is
You want me to stop for a
pretty
break?
good sized boulders. And then looking out. And we're still seeing the occasional lizard. We are now heading up to the summit now. There's a booth right there. And they do, in fact, check your passport. Make sure you're who you said you are. And then they unlock the gate and let you in. And there's a big building after that where there's like a view out and bathrooms, and I believe that the tram leaves from there, but I'm not positive. So we went and visited that, then went through the guard booth, and now we're climbing up. Where I'm at 11,716 feet. This is the last summit push, and that is steep. Man, okay. They give you a nice little rest area right before you have to climb that. You can get rid of your garbage. In case you have a bottle of wine with you, you can recycle it. We're up on the summit cone. There's like a vent right here. Well, yeah, but I have video. I'm doing a video, so you might get it. Looking down into the caldera. It's not very big. Stuff's blowing on me. Actually, the main caldera is over here, right along the edge of Guajara. And then turning around, undercast. And then looking over to La Palma, or the two bumps. Which is the next island, La Gomera over here, and then El Hierro, which is way out. And Gran Canaria right there. So there's two more islands that we can't see. I think one is Lanzarote. The other one is Fuerteventura, maybe? Something like that. That one I had never heard of. It was pretty big though. And way out here is where we were hiking yesterday into Borno. Five other people up here with us. We just had lunch. It smells very sulfuric, so it's good if the wind comes the other way. It's almost 1 o'clock now and we're heading down. We're already we've gone down the summit cone and we've left the area at the top where it's kind of like being on top of Mount Washington. There's a million people up there. They all came up on the tram and they're just walking around in maybe not the best shoes. But we're past that now, heading down towards the Refugio Alta Vista. And before we get to that, there's going to be a spur trail to the left that goes out to a cave. So we're going to go see what that's like. And you can see, look at that awesome undercast. Still hanging on. This is the north coast of the island.
Not the day to do.
Yeah, to Borno probably wasn't good. Although, who knows. And then this side over here is kind of like the south coast, and the undercast cleared out pretty early. I would say around 11 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just hanging on. Pretty cool. We're right in the middle of one of the lava fields here. I think this is a field that looks black when you're looking at it from a distance, and then there's the summit cone. No clouds here. It's just too high. Apparently the cloud deck is like 5,000 feet or less. Okay, we're at a little spur trail that's marked as a cave, and it is actually quite a cave. You could walk right into it though. So let's see if I can. It's like maybe 30 feet down, 25 feet down. It looks pretty big too. There's the cave. I definitely don't want you going in it. That is the floor of the cave with the sun hitting it. I wonder how big it is. I'd love to know.
I wonder if there's a ladder, because this right here looks
Looks
like
like you
it's
could
designed
connect.
to get in there for
I know.
somebody sometimes.
I wonder if there's bats in there. They said there are 5 bats that are native to this park.
Only 5 bats?
5 species,
Yeah.
yes. So, I mean, the opening is pretty good size right here. I don't know. That's the cave. Looking out to the caldera. Sorry,
It'd be more
you're
fun
right
if
in the
you
way.
go in it.
Yes. But I think I'd rather see a cave that looks like that and then see a cave that's just a little overhang that
Yeah.
is kind of eroded. Like
Hollowed out.
that's
area.
like, this is actually a cave. Like maybe it was like a lava tube or something. Okay. I'm 7.5 miles in. How long should it be? 12. What was it supposed to be?
Maybe 12-ish.
It should be around 12. Much easier going down. And that road walk, it's going to be nice. This is the Refugio Alta Vista, which is at around 10,800 feet. I think it's free to stay in. It's got a bunkhouse on the other side. This is not the bunkhouse. I don't know what this is. It's closed right now.
It's the meeting hall.
I think it's like if you go to a hut in the White Mountains, they have like, sometimes the bunk house is separate. In any case, we could not find a bathroom here. And the bunkhouses are open, at least one side of it is open to sleep 4. It had mattresses in it and everything. And then there was another room. I don't know if it was open or not. But that Refugio has a pretty good view looking down into the caldera here. And over, that's that area. I didn't zoom in. That has all the undercast still left. You cannot see the summit from here. But this is one of those dark lava flows coming down. And that is Mora del Rio, where we were 2 days ago. We're back down on the beginning part of the trail, which is along a dirt road. We actually saw a vehicle driving way up on it. So is definitely in use. We're gonna be switchbacking down all around here. In this area in here, those are called the Teide eggs. Basically, the lava flowed down here and then pieces of it broke off and rolled and made little round, oh, they're not little. There's people right next to those. I don't know if you can see them. They're good. They're 10 feet tall, maybe, some of them. Some of them bigger. Huh?
They're big.
Yeah, they're big. And then we have this awesome undercast back here. This is the edge of the old caldera coming around. Super cool.
I'd say that big one out there is the size of 8 refrigerators.
What size refrigerators though? So it's really interesting. There's hiking trails all over the country. Like the whole country is a network of trails, or the whole island. So we were just at an intersection where we got off the road and headed up to the peak, and at that intersection they had an arrow pointing the way we're going now, and it was like, I think it said 4.3, yeah, it said 4.3 kilometers to the parking at the beginning of this hike, or 24 kilometers to the beach, which is, you don't continue on where we park, you split off. And of course this area that's all undercast is the north coast, so there's all beaches in there. But you can just walk all over the place. I don't know where you get water if you're doing that. I mean, we've seen backpackers or where they restock food, but food is the lesser issue, I would say. Water is a major issue. We're basically finishing our hike now. This is Montaña Rojada, I think. There's a little spur trail if you wanted to go up that, which we're not gonna do. And then looking down into this big lava field.
Look at that egg over there.
I know, there's a couple of the big Teide eggs, big pieces of lava that rolled down, or maybe were ejected. I don't know. That's really far away from one of those flows. So we're just finishing up. We have a little over 2 miles back to the car, 1.6 on this, which is nothing too exciting except the views are pretty awesome. And then 0.6, which runs alongside the road back to the car. Great day. Definitely not the temperature that mountain forecast said it would be. So we are way over prepared. Way over prepared.
I didn't bring my extra insulation.
No, but I have with me a winter hat, Torrid mitts, 6-gram weight, I think the heaviest weight mitts. I've got a alpaca hoodie, a 90 weight alpha, I think, maybe it's 60, a lightweight alpha, and a Rab Borealis. I am ready for the cold.
You didn't even need the wrap.
I didn't need anything really.
In the morning it was cold though.
It was cold in the morning. I wore my Rab for about 20 minutes. But there were 2 girls up on the summit wearing sports bras and like tiny little shorts, and they were totally fine. So, yeah, way over prepared. I'm glad I'm wearing long pants just to protect myself from the sun, but totally not necessary. And it should be 12, almost 13 miles, I think. All right, great day.